I think you are the cringiest person on the planet to be like, well, public school was easy for me, so that means I'm really smart. It's like, no, it just means I didn't learn how to fucking study.
Hello everyone, and welcome back to a calm, relaxing, normal video. If you're wondering what the giant subtitles are, I'm sorry. All the big channels do that at the beginning so they can increase viewer retention. The algorithm has proven it, so this works. So I have to do it forever now. So I'm going to leave it up for the whole video, actually. That way, I can't lose. I am absolutely just kidding. I can't even imagine. Today I want to cover the absolute priceless value of your attention span. You might have seen a couple of memes joking about how it's hard to focus now, and while they are haha funny, they're also kind of haha uh-oh. And if you're anything like me, your attention span has kind of been whittled away by how everything works online, because it's very fast, very punchy, and you don't like waiting. Those rapid commercials and those short form video content are training us to have horrible attention span.
Yes, the soap is there on purpose, guys. Okay. This is my goal with this stream. Look at my recommended videos, chat. Subway surfers underwater. Soap carving live. Jordan Klepper takes on Trump's indictment rally. So this is my goal with putting the soap on.
So there's a picture of Chrissy and I when we're at Animal Kingdom. And what had happened was Chrissy was like, hey, sometimes people will do that thing where they block out the animal and it just says Anal Kingdom. We should take that picture. And I was like, that's hilarious. So we took the picture. And then it started blowing up online on like all of these accounts that were adding captions like, she doesn't know. He set her up for the photo and she doesn't know. And I'm like, this is Chrissy's fucking idea. And the caption will be like, this legend set up his girlfriend. this epic legend set her up for this photo.
Or whatever.
Yeah, actually, like accounts
Lad
like that.
Bible
Yeah, it was on accounts like that. And it would be like, she doesn't know with like 2 devil
Dudes
emojis.
posting their W's.
Yeah, honestly. And it was like, dude, it was her funny idea.
Yeah.
This communist girl trolled by capitalist legend.
Yeah.
Feminist wrecked by comedian boyfriend.
Yeah.
Okay, so here's the picture. As you guys can see, they're chilling and Eddie's head perfectly covers the rest of the letters in animal, so it says Anal Kingdom. There is this thing that happens on the internet where women will do things intentionally because it's satirical, and then men will see it and be like, LOL, look, the woman doesn't know, she's so stupid. And that's what I'm trying to do with this. By putting the sand on, I think it's satirical to watch a video about how your attention span is becoming worse because of things like sand videos and soap videos and whatever, while also simultaneously doing it. And I think it'll be really funny, absolutely funny, to see one of the anti-SJW or like another loser clip it and be like, LOL, this streamer reacted to your video while she had soap on it. Women are so dumb, am I right? Am I right? So I think it'd be really funny if that happens. I love seeing people not recognize jokes when they see them.
And I got distracted. And you might be hearing all this and saying, yeah, Duncan, I know my attention's not that great, but why is this an important thing to talk about? And I'll tell you, but I am going to add a vertical phone game here with flashing colors in case any of you get bored. Just zone in on that. Statistically, the best way to recapture your audience's attention is to supply the distraction so they never go too far. That's one of the many things I learned in my marketing class. Thanks a million, film school. And also, what is there to gain from this? Why is all of our media shortening down our attention spans? If you guessed money, yeah. In order for anything or anyone to tell you something, sell you something, converse with you, discuss anything, you have to at least be paying a little attention to it. This is why you'll see so many commercials that are loud, flashy, disorienting, or boobs, because all of those tactics are proven to boost engagement, and so they're like industry standards now. I can tell you that on the creator side of things, we here at Camp YouTube are told that that's the metric we should be paying attention to. Subscriber count and view count, those are important, but viewer retention, I use my middle finger to count it, but viewer retention is why your videos get recommended, and in terms of growing, that's the thing they want us to focus on. Vulnerability time. YouTube analytics tell me that my viewer retention average is around 8 minutes and 30 seconds. And that's fine to me, but it's below average. And YouTube likes to use these metrics to nudge me and go, "Hey champ, how you doing? Everything okay at home? You break out those subtitles yet?" And they want us to do this because the longer you spend on YouTube, the more money they're going to make off of ad space. I'm the distraction, you're the guards, and YouTube is already inside cracking the safe. I shouldn't have compared this to a heist because that makes it sound bad. I need this heist money to eat food, so don't change. You take away all the financial incentives, and at my core, the main reason I want you to watch the whole video is because my conclusion is at the end, and if you leave the video before then I've just been ranting like a madman. But it comes off a little clingy to say, "Hey subscribers, please watch the entire video." And most creators know this, so they either consciously or subconsciously imply subtle little tricks in order to get you to stay. In my opinion, as long as those tricks aren't obstructive or manipulative, I don't have a big problem with it because it's kind of just part of the job. You want to make people watch the video, which includes making them watch the whole way. So I understand. I probably shouldn't be giving you all of my insider information, but I'd be more than happy to demonstrate one. So I'll play an ad, and after it, try to tell me what you think the visual amplifier was. If you guessed that the visual amplifier I used was having 2 concurrent videos instead of 1, then you guessed absolutely correct. And now, on an unrelated note, let's talk about ADHD.
Okay, sorry, I was a little bit distracted. The irony. A friend of mine, I think her cat has to go in for blood work and stuff, and she's going through it, so I'm just trying to be supportive.
Like I mentioned earlier, there was a recent boom in these attention span memes. Kind of
Sorry, these are funny as fuck. DMT trip, boring as hell. And it's the trippiest wall on the planet, and the guy is still watching Family Guy. Boring fireworks, opening Family Guy.
Poking fun at how we all need to be overstimulated in order to think. They would have the Family Guy Funniest Moments compilation. They would have the iPhone game going on. They would have the stimulation videos playing.
Is it actually proven that watching those type of videos is distracting? Like, is there any confirmation that it worsens your attention span? Do we have like actual medical journals on it? Not like someone who went online and was like, "Well, I think that it's worse for us." Like an actual like medical document about it. Because I feel like I don't trust stuff. I'm not saying that Kunkin is saying this here, but I am saying that I feel like I've always needed stuff to help me. It's obviously my ADHD for sure, but I was never able to study without music. And I didn't know this was a problem that other people didn't have. So like I would like open my textbook, because how I would study for classes or in university, it was I would read the entire textbook and take like color-coded notes of the page, and then I would just do the entire chapter like that. Because if I just read the textbook, I won't retain any of the information. I have to take physical notes to do it because it helps me remember everything. So it means it takes me like 5 minutes to get through one textbook page because of it. But then I only have to do it once. Literally how I studied in high school. Like I was really lucky where high school was easy for me. Like basically all primary education was really easy for me, which is bad, by the way. It's why I believe that our education system sucks. School should neither be too difficult nor too easy for kids. As someone who was a straight A student in like public school, I will tell you the education system is dog shit. It's at least in the United States, it's trash. It's really, really bad because what I needed was more complicated lessons. That's what I needed. There were classes that I needed the material to go slower, and there were classes where I needed the material to go faster. Like I remember in every single math and science class I had, I was bored. Like I was literally like, well, I'm just gonna fucking take a nap because we're still on this proof and I don't need this proof. And so I would just take a nap, and then I would wake up midway through and I'm like, we're still on it. And like, I'm not shitting on the kids who need that extra effort because everyone learns different subjects at different speeds. And I'm not saying I was smart for it because I think like intelligence is all so fucking bullshit and dumb. And I think you are the cringiest person on the planet to be like, well, public school was easy for me, so that means I'm really smart. It's like, no, it just means I didn't learn how to fucking study. And I didn't learn very, very basic stuff. So when I got into college and classes were like difficult, I was like, oh, I don't know how to study. Uh-oh. Time to get a bunch of C's. I remember in uni, I would have to do this study method. Otherwise I would like fail the classes or I wouldn't learn the material. So it would take me a long time. Like I would sit down and read one chapter that was like 20 pages, and that would take me like 2 hours to get through it. 2 hours to get through one chapter. So I took it very seriously. And I was just like, okay, all right. I wish I still had I think I do still have some of my notes somewhere. They're really nice and and like clean and pretty because it helps my OCD. But anyways, enough about my mental illness. I needed music to like focus, because otherwise I would start reading something. So like, let's say this was my textbook. I would start reading it and I would be like, in order to diagnose ADHD, it is very important. Man, what should I have for dinner later today? I really think I should have, I don't really want pasta. I haven't been reading. Okay. In order to diagnose ADHD, it is very important to take a relevant history of the concerned individual. Do I want pasta? I don't really know if I want pasta. No, I definitely think I want a burger, actually. No, I wasn't reading again. Okay, start over. And I would do this like for hours, like hours and hours and hours. I would start reading and my eyes would read every word individually, like where, the, children, face, difficulty, in. And then I would realize 2 sentences in that I haven't been actually reading. And apparently this isn't normal. And apparently needing music to not let this happen isn't normal. Like, it's normal if you've had like a really long day, and it's normal if like you are sleep deprived, because if you're sleep deprived, you're not retaining information as well. Your brain isn't functioning as well. But apparently it's not normal to just have to read this over and over and over and over again. When you are like in a good mental space, it's not supposed to be that difficult. Maybe if it's a subject you really, 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 really hate. Yeah. But this would happen to me in subjects I like, subjects I hated. It doesn't matter how I feel. Doesn't matter what my mood is. Doesn't matter if I'm hungry. Doesn't matter if I've slept 12 hours. None of it mattered. It would happen to me no matter what. And the only thing that would help me focus is like putting instrumental music like this. Because I would specifically go to the library in my school. This isn't ADHD, to be clear. If you deal with this problem, it might not be ADHD. It might be something else, to be very, very clear. I'm not saying if you have this, you literally have ADHD. No. ADHD is like a variety of symptoms, okay? I'm not trying to fucking diagnose everyone in chat with ADHD, all right? Which is really frustrating. It's really, really, really frustrating. When the reading is boring, this happens too. If you're experiencing that problem when the reading is actually interesting and you have a litany of other symptoms, you probably have ADHD. Because I would have classes where I enjoyed the material. Like, I wanted to read that material and I just couldn't focus.
Or sometimes all 3. Anything you want to add? I love all of these. I find them all funny because we're acknowledging that it's there, but still making light of it. We got some great jokes out of it, but man, isn't it kind of worrying that we all related to this? I caught a really bad case of ADHD. I watch TV while also having my phone in my hand. I can't read books anymore without my eyes darting around the page. I sometimes will get so obsessed with something that I will forget to do human things like eating or walking. In reality, only a percentage of the population has diagnosed ADHD, but entertainment apps pushing short-form content more and more is giving more people similar attention deficit symptoms. And it's important to point out that not all ADHD is the same. Some people actually can be more productive with it. Those lucky bastards. And if you're looking for it, you'll see it everywhere. Every app has a For You page now. Videos are loud and punchy at the beginning to get you to stay. All of this short form content is becoming the norm. And these videos know that they have to get in, entertain, and get out, because by then the viewer already feels like the next video should have started. And I am no different. I will fall victim to the For You conveyor belt and just lose hours of my day just being fed algorithmic content. Despite me knowing that the program is working overtime in order to shorten my attention span and keep me there longer, no one's immune. This stuff is really strong. It's been trained to be. There's a good chance that most of you are watching this video with another tab or device open. Yeah, that's right, I can see you. I'm kidding. And I get it, because I also suffer from what I call two things disease. Putting all of my focus onto one thing is tricky because there's so much to distract me. But two things? Now we're talking. Whenever I drift from one, I'm caught by the other and then repeat. It's like an electric fence that makes my brain happy. If I'm eating, I'll watch TV. If I'm doing housework, I'll listen to music, because doing one of those things without the other would make me alert to how quiet things are, and we can't have quiet. That's the work of demons. I'll see a TikTok of a robot voice.
Okay, but like, I feel like if you didn't have attention problems before, and then because of TikTok, you suddenly started having attention problems, that sounds pretty bad. But I feel like I've always had really bad attention. You know what I found out recently? Apparently, people don't just have their brain just making thoughts for them. So I was speaking to a psychiatrist about ADHD. I lost my insurance and then I had to change it, so I didn't get to like finish and get an actual diagnosis or anything like that. But I'm going to find another doctor. And they prescribed me this medication. The thoughts went away. The thoughts were only being produced if I wanted them to be produced. I will explain a little bit better. This is my day-to-day life.
Still not had anything to eat today, so let's get that done really quick. What's this? Okay, Olivia, please clean the kitchen. The color orange. Okay, I can do that. Let's make sure the task board is updated. Clean the kitchen. Perfect. Okay, let's do the dishes.
Hey, Chad.
Once I put
Just
those in the
wanted to let you
dishwasher,
know that
most
you
of the
were
work will
all
be
now
over.
thinking manually.
Yay! Wait, let's open this up. Gross. Those are still dirty. I never turned the dishwasher on yesterday. You're so forgetful. Okay, let's close this, start it, and we'll just hand wash the other dishes. I hate hand washing. Okay, so if I want to hand wash, I need the drying rack. Where did I put the drying rack? You're so irresponsible, you never put anything back in its place. Okay, well I need to clear this stuff off before I can put the drying rack there, so let's put those away. I thought I found a person. Did I drink water today? Why did I only grab one thing? This pasta would taste. This cabinet is a mess. I think half this stuff is expired. If I want any of this stuff to fit, I'm gonna have to clean out the cabinet. So much work. Let's just do that first. Grab a garbage bag. Really good that I forgot garbage bags last time I was at the grocery store. Shouldn't even be surprised. Well, I'm going to have to go and do that first. So where are my keys? Keys. Where are my keys? Keys. That sounds like Chrissy. That book was due back at the library like a week ago. I need to bring that back today. Okay. There's so much to do. So clean the kitchen, this book, something about... I need to update my task board. Okay, let's see. Let's see, so I have clean the kitchen. I know that cleaning the kitchen means unloading the dishwasher when that's done. But there's a bunch of dishes in the sink, so I need to find the drying rack. Just use a towel. I need to find the drying rack so that I can hand wash the other dishes that are still in the sink. But I also can't put the drying rack on the counter until I clear off the counters. In order to clear off the counters, I need to clean out the cabinets to make room for the stuff that's on the counters. But in order to do that, I need to go to the store and get garbage bags so that I can clear out the cabinets. I think I'm missing something. What am I missing? The book. I need to bring the book back. Okay, perfect. I just need to do 7 tasks to do 1.
Okay, but like, that's the truest thing in the planet. So I tried this medication and it stopped. The thoughts just stopped. I would just put down one task and then I would just do that one task. And I was so mad about it. I was like really mad about it. I was really mad. I don't want to share the medication because I don't want to get people to like self-medicate or anything like that. You should, if you have this problem, you should go speak to a psychiatrist or go speak to a therapist yourself and get a prescription yourself based on what they think that you need. But I literally just took normal pills and I was like, this is how other people live? This is just how other people just fucking live? Are you fucking kidding me? Are you kidding me? That's really frustrating. I didn't know other people did the post-it note strategy. For the longest time, the only way that I would get myself to do a task is if I had post-it notes and I put a bunch of stickies on my monitor. Then when that stopped working, I had to start writing all the tasks on my hand. And then that stopped working and then I had to get a whiteboard. And then that stopped working and then I started using Google Keep to like make to-do lists every day. And then when that stopped working, I got a planner. So like I just have to set up strategies to be able to do tasks. And then eventually after enough months or like a year or so, it stops working. It's really fucked up, man. It's really not cool, bro. But if you haven't had that problem before and you found yourself starting to get more distracted because of TikToks, that sounds like a problem.
Reading a really long story from Reddit, but there will be Minecraft parkour in the background. And I will sit down and watch that entire thing because I'm getting a story read to me and I'm watching a video game. It's like getting caught in a really embarrassing trap. And the good news is that there is a solution to this. The bad news is that it's practice. Ow. She's never done this before. What? I don't know what's happening. Oh, bye. There is good news to this being a widespread problem in that there are a lot of solutions online that will help you retrain those muscles in order to grow your attention span back. One thing I'll do when I sit down to watch a movie is put my phone in the other room. Just take it out of the picture, and with that gone, it's a lot easier to watch the movie and then usually fall into it. If I'm ever on TikTok and I come across a blatant example of attention grabbing, like the pop-up subtitles or the background gameplay, I will actually take that as a sign and get off the app. Don't laugh at me, but whenever I read books now, I will use my finger to track each word so I retain it all. I said don't laugh. If you can work at recognizing this stuff, then you know how to avoid it, and it becomes easier to live without, and that's how you get better. And it might feel like you've put guardrails on, but we need these in order to get better. Like, they have to come from within, because the phones aren't gonna
I
help.
didn't laugh. I was relatable.
Mayor only got elected because he pandered to the constituency.
No one else is going to be able to repair your attention span for you. In fact, most things out there are wanting to keep it fragile. And yeah, you might feel silly when you're using your fingers to read, or when you get that itch when your phone is in another room. But those are signs of the healing process. And healing is very possible. And I do think this is something that is worthwhile putting some energy into, because watching Family Guy, Subway Surfers, and some kind of stimulant video is fun for a second, but we should not let that become the new normal. And hey, if
But
you
I
made
want it to be the new normal. I do agree, though, that like For You pages have become a complete shit show. But I agree because of like other reasons, because of like shit like this. My For You page has done this. You can tell just by looking. A white man invented this. And it's just like a pencil sharpener. Thank you for putting a post from the self-proclaimed largest openly national socialist account on social media in my For You section. Very cool stuff.
it this far into the video, that's a pretty good sign that your attention span is stronger than most. So now I'm going to give you a real challenge. For a minute, I'm going to sit here and you can't skip or click away. I'm kidding. I'm not going to do that to you. Good night.
Are you going live?
No. I'm recording the outro.
Oh, okay. Start over.
Hey, everybody.
Oh, God. I was preparing myself. Me too. I was like, but there's still another 2 minutes in the video. It's got to be it.